Okay, so welcome back. So apart from the format function that we used in our previous lesson, we can also use other functions on our strings. And so that's what we're going to be looking at today. All right, so let's get into our Sublime text, and I'm going to create a variable called name. And so let me call it my name, my underscore name. And this is the variable, and I'm going to give it a value of my name, by the way, Sadson. And so what I want to check first is this a string? So the way we can do that is we use a function in Python called type. And so we can pass in our container. Our container, by the way, is called my name. So what is happening on line 1 is we are assigning, this is a value that we are assigning to this container, which is my name, right? So if I want to check whatever is inside my name, I have to print my name. Right, so if I'm to save this and run, you see down here what we have. It says my name belongs to the class str, which is short for string. So we have a string. And so let's look at the functions that we can use on this particular string. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use another function that we call the dir function. So I'm going to print out the dir of my name, and this will give us, a bunch of functions that we can use on this particular data, right? So I'm going to run this, and as you guys can see down here, we have a bunch of functions that we can use on this particular data, right? Of importance to note is this function that we used last time, which is the format function, right? So today we're going to try a few other functions so that you guys can see what they do. So I'm going to, use the simplest ones. Is lower, is upper and lower. By the way, all these functions are arranged in alphabetical order, so you can easily access them. All right, so I'm going to do away with this line so that we don't get confused when it comes to what we're doing. So how do I use this function upper on this particular data? So what you have to do is, right now we want to print it out onto the console. So we have to say my name, which is this particular container. And then we use the dot notation, right, to access the function. So we're going to say upper. And then because this is a function, we have to put parentheses like this. So if I save and run this, you will see the result that I get down here. Look at the value that I have of my name. It's Setson in all lowercase, but when I, use this method .upper, it converted that value into an all uppercase, as you guys can see down here. So you can guess what this does even by looking at the name, right? So I can also use that function is upper, so this is more like a question which is being asked. So it's saying, is this value upper? So we can check this out and we can see that we get a Boolean value, which is false. This is not upper. But obviously, if I were to use is lower, then obviously I'll get a different result because this is true. This is in all lowercase. Okay, so I can also, let's assume that, okay, let me keep it like that. Let me capitalize this. Capitalize is also another function that I can use on this particular data, and you guys can see the difference. This one is in all lowercase, but this one has been capitalized. The S has been capitalized. So this is what capitalize does. And the methods, you can use any method that you so wish to use to achieve your aims and goals. All right, so this is how you can use and access these functions, the string functions. All right, so let's try and answer the question that follows. It says, fill in the blanks to turn the string uppercase. Oh, so we have just learned about turning a string into an uppercase. So over here, we have a variable A, which is a value of spam. So we want to turn this A, turn to upper, obviously. So we use the upper function. And so I'm going to check this out. It says easy. All right, so in our next video, we're going to start looking at making our own functions. All right, for now, I'm done. I'll see you in our next video. Bye-bye.